Yes, guys and girls, welcome back to Stretford Paddock. My name is Jordan. As you can see, I'm outside Old Trafford as United end the year with a 3-1 win against Burnley at Old Trafford. It was a complete different performance to that against Newcastle, what we saw on Monday. I don't know what Ralph has said to those players in the 2 days that have passed from Monday's performance, but it was a completely different team effort. Man of the match, Scott McTominay today, without an absolute shadow of a doubt. He was a different player entirely to what we saw on Monday. He was absolutely everywhere on the pitch. His goal, how he took it 9 or 10 minutes into the game, the composure, just put it in the corner. He could have had a hat-trick without Ronaldo's rebound back into the goal. He hit the post as well. McTominay on another day could have had a hat-trick tonight. Not just McTominay, but the decisions that Ralph Rangnick make on the team, swapping the fullbacks, again, was a brilliant decision as it turned out, because we saw Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw, the mainstays of last season's team, come back into the side. Wan-Bissaka, again, almost a shadow of a player that he's been all season. Sound defensively, a couple of passes now and then, a couple of decisions that he could have done better, but defensively, as we know, he's sound 1v1 and he showed his defensive awareness tonight, and he was, again, brilliant at the right back spot. Luke Shaw bursting, he just hit the side net in the crowd, went absolutely mental thinking it went in. Luke Shaw came back into the side and he was, again, sort of reminiscent of the player that we saw last season as to why he was one of our best players, one of our most creative players from the full-back position as well. We saw there was calls for Marcus Rashford to get dropped. He was dropped in this game for Jadon Sancho, who we were all questioning why he wasn't in that starting 11 against Newcastle on Monday. And Jadon Sancho proved why we paid £72 million for that winger. The goal that he scored, it almost took 30 seconds for the ball to just p-roll into the corner, but he was aggressive all day in his pressing. He was skillful all day, taking people on, not afraid to go 1v1, 1v2 against the Burnley defence, because he got through and he got that goal. United's midfield today was, like I keep saying, I keep repeating myself on this video, it was a completely different performance to that on Monday, swapping and bringing Nemanja Matic in for Fred. And Fred's performance on Monday warranted a drop, and it did. Nemanja Matic come in, brought a little bit of solidarity into that midfield, and again, playing with a front two of Cavani and Ronaldo that we don't usually see all the time. You know we're not going to see it a lot. Cavani's 34 going on 35, Ronaldo's 37 in February. We're not going to see this partnership a lot because they need to rest, they need to rotate. More so Cavani with his injuries than Ronaldo because he's in great nick all the time. They worked very well together, them two. Ronaldo got his poacher's goal. He could have had a hat-trick at times. First 5 minutes, he skies it over. We couldn't believe that he missed that goal, but still, a great way to end the year, all things considered, knowing that we were absolutely Eric Dyer against Newcastle, the way we performed, the attitude. We saw Gary Neville talking about Ronaldo and Bruno throwing their hands up in the air. Ronaldo sort of has not a warrant to do it, not a warrant to do it, but, you know, he's a goat in a best goal scorer ever. He can throw his hands up if he needs to, if he's not getting feeded. And the only person who seemed to try and attempt to go and give him inside balls was Diogo Dalot on Monday. But today, on Thursday, you could see how they were trying to feed him the ball, how he was trying to feed Cavani into the ball, giving it to the wingers. Mason Greenwood, again, very unlucky to get taken off, even though I thought he had a fantastic game attacking players, just like Jadon Sancho did. Unlucky to not get a goal. But all in all, Manchester United end the year with a win against Burnley. We couldn't have ended it any other better way, to be honest. Again, in a different way, we could have ended up with a draw. But hindsight's a beautiful thing. If we defended poorer, not conceding the goal, Burnley had 2 opportunities where they could have scored from corners. Plus, I can't remember the forward who did it. He scuffed his chance. It could have been a different story, but luckily it wasn't. And Manchester United ended 2021 with a victory at Old Trafford in front of our home fans. Now don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turned on your notifications so you don't miss an upload from Stretford Paddock. I've been Jordan Simpson. I will chat to you next year. We're here with Sahil and Ziad. Ziad is here for his first Manchester United game. Last game of 2021. How did you find it?
Amazing. I had a quality time, can't complain at all. No complaints, not one complaint.
Well, off the first game of this week against Newcastle, it was a pretty dire performance, wasn't it, from all accounts, really?
Instead.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the first part I'm going to talk about is Scott McTominay. He was a completely different player than the performance that he did on Monday. What's Rangnick said in 2 days to the fella?
I think he's man in the match, first of all, easily at McTominay. And I think it's more because he had a more advanced role today, a box-to-box instead of like a DM with Fred. that's where he's best suited, I think. I think previously he's been playing the two holding with Fred. Yeah, it didn't work out. When he has Matic there to like cover him, he can express himself a bit for like 3-4 shots this game alone. Yeah, fantastic.
Could have had an hat-trick at one point.
Hat-trick, yeah. McTominay was class today. Amazing.
Do you echo him?
Yeah, I agree with him. I agree. Everything he says, I'm going to agree with.
It was also good to see Jadon Sancho back in the team. We were all questioning why he wasn't in that starting lineup against Newcastle. Back in the team, back scoring goals. How good is it to see him finally getting back in and getting involved in that team again?
Yeah, Sancho was class today. He's getting better every. You can tell he's getting better, getting more comfortable every game. And I think it's a matter of just more games. He'll get more comfortable to the league, to the pace of the team, and getting more connections with everyone. I think that's what it's about, really. I think after McTominay, the second best player, wasn't he? Yeah, Ralph smashed it with him. I think with him and Rashford, I think they just keep rotating them two, and yeah, they'll get the best out of each other, I think.
Do you reckon Marcus Rashford's drop was warranted? Because under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we saw him. He played a lot of players who were out of form. Consistently tried to play him play him back into form. Do you reckon him being dropped for this game was warranted? Yeah,
100%. Bruno as well. I think both of them had
suspended one, so he had no choice.
two birds, one stone, really. I think they both had to be dropped. Rashford was he needed to be dropped. Obviously, we saw Sancho came in and did really well. But I think he'll see that he wants to be playing, so he'll get back into it. I think he'll get back into it hopefully very soon because we need him. We need him for the Champions League as well, don't we? He's a big player for us. So
we also saw a swap in the full-backs, which I think we were shocked to see both of them swap. I thought maybe one of them, maybe Dalot come in or Sean come in, but we what's he called? Fucking the other one, yeah. We both saw Shaw and Wan-Bissaka come back into the side. They played well today, didn't they?
Wan-Bissaka had a great game, in my opinion. He was doing quality down that side. Didn't see any struggles around that side. I think the back left we saw a little bit of a struggle, but we held it, and so we got ourselves a victory. Can't complain. Can't complain at all.
Do you not reckon that the one worry was that Burnley could have probably got a 3-3 draw at times? They had two very good chances off corners. If that striker doesn't fluff that chance around the 80-minute mark, is that cause for concern going into the new year?
100%. I think we should definitely be worried. I mean, if it wasn't Burnley, there was definitely a lot of chances a better team could have taken the opportunity, but they didn't. Luckily, we were against Burnley, so hopefully we'll see some improvements from Rolf. Get a bit better tactics, a bit better players going on, and then we'll see what happens going into the new year.
I'm asking you both now, if you could sign one player going into next year, who are you signing away?
Definitely midfielder.
You need time to think about it first, yeah?
Definitely a midfielder. I'd say a defensive midfielder, really.
Got a name?
And Rice, probably, yeah, Rice. I'd even take Ndidi. I think both are class, yeah. So definitely.
Ndidi's my guy as well. Nice.